Hi, this is Trevor Emdon from wizardofwisdom.com, where I've been helping people and coaching people to success and happiness for getting on for 18 years, amazingly. So in today's video, I'm going to explore this question. Is the law of attraction real? Now, I'd like to think it isn't true, but there is a tale about how they catch monkeys in some parts of India. According to the story, a small hole is made in a coconut, which is then chained to a tree, and something sweet, I believe it's rice, is placed inside the coconut. Apparently, monkeys like rice. Who knew? So, the monkey comes along, puts his hand inside, and grabs a fistful of delicious rice. But now he can't remove his clenched fist from the hole. To do so, he'd have to let go of the rice, but he'll be darned if he'll do that. And so, he's trapped. Now, the monkey is trapped by nothing more than his stubborn refusal to let go of what he thinks is a prize, except, of course, it's going to be his downfall. Now, you might be asking, what does this have to do with the law of attraction and whether it's real or not? So before we can get any sense of clarity about whether the law of attraction is real or not, you first have to see the paradox created merely by asking that question. Because if the law of attraction is real, then any disbelief in it will manifest itself by evidence that it doesn't exist, thus proving that it does. Just take a moment to take that in. If you don't believe in it and it's real, it will give you evidence that it doesn't exist, which therefore proves that it does. However, the evidence will look identical to its non-existence, so a person would be just as convinced, and convincing, that they are right to believe that the law of attraction is hokum. Trying to prove the existence of the law of attraction is like a fish swimming in the sea trying to prove the existence of the ocean. To solve the puzzle, you have to be outside of it, and we can't do that because we'd have to get outside of our own reality. However, I think there is a way to settle this, and it requires a slight shift of perspective. You see, by asking if the law of attraction is real, you're trying to solve the wrong puzzle. To whom are you trying to prove it? Who, apart from you, actually cares if it's real or not? We're so steeped in the idea, in the West anyway, that if science can't measure it, it can't be real. That we forgot that the only reason anyone could possibly be interested in the existence, or otherwise, of the law of attraction is because you want it to work in your life. In other words, the law of attraction is and forever can only be a subjective experience, a personal experience. I'm reminded of a lovely anecdote recounted by the late Dr. Wayne Dyer. He was at dinner where among the guests was a brain surgeon. Somehow they got onto the subject of the existence of the soul. The surgeon expressed the opinion that he'd opened up many bodies but had never seen anything that could be called a soul. Now, Dyer's response must have easily settled the argument because he said, "You've seen plenty of brains too, but I bet you've never seen a thought." You've never been able to capture an idea either, have you? Any more than you could capture a wave on the ocean and bring it home in a bucket. If you did, you'd have a bucket of salty water, but the wave was energy in motion on its way to becoming a non-wave when you dipped your bucket in the water. The question of whether or not the law of attraction is real now becomes a matter of results. Let's stick with the ocean metaphor for a moment. If you were learning to sail, studying the bucket of salty water that you brought home would teach you precisely nothing about the behaviour of ocean waves, much less how to navigate through them, would it? Proof is going to be personal, and the question would then become, do I notice any benefits when I live as though the law of attraction is real or not? Now, in the early days, I'd have to say that for me, it actually made things worse. No matter how hard I visualized whatever outcome I'd set my heart upon, it didn't materialize. Or if it did, it would be some watered-down version and was easily dismissed as coincidence or luck or any of those words that suggest that life is random. I stuck with it because I could see and sense that life is not random. It follows rules that never fail and never vary. For example, at a global level, seasons never change their order. Or look at the stupidly complex life cycle of a salmon. But it works, doesn't it? So much so that an entire ecology of bears, wolves, and even people in Alaska rely on the salmon run back into their rivers every year. At a personal level, my rudimentary understanding of anatomy is sufficient for me to know that if I do something as minor as cutting my finger, billions of cells in my body go into immediate action. White blood cells to fight off any infection that might otherwise get in, other cells that will clot my blood, and a whole host of other hugely complex chemical activities, just so that I can survive and continue with my life despite my injury. There are millions of examples I could cite. Watch flocks of birds all wheeling together as one through the sky. How do they know when to turn? There is nothing random going on. Yet my results with manifesting the life of my dreams were about 2 out of 10 at best. That was until thousands of pounds turned up in cash at a time when I was stony broke. The source of it was so unexpected and left field that there was no way I could write it off as coincidence. I've told this story in full elsewhere, so I won't repeat it all here. But the issue that time was that I wasn't sure what I'd actually done right. It took me a few years to come to that discovery, but discover it I did. In a nutshell, I inverted my thinking. Instead of trying to manifest stuff, I came to see that everything I could ever want already exists, and therefore the only thing required of me is to release whatever is blocking my heart's desires from showing up on my radar. The law of attraction, in other words, is a process of letting go. It's not something you can do like learning to play the piano. There are no techniques which can make it work because it's always working, just as the ocean is always waving. It's energy in motion. You can be the dam or you can be open. Life is not happening to you. It's responding to you. It's responding simply to how open or closed you are to receiving what you intend to receive. All of those tools, such as vision boards and affirmations, will only work insofar as you let them open up your energy to receive. There's nothing magic in the tools. The law of attraction isn't something you can do any more than the ocean is a thing you can do. But you can sail on that ocean, or you can stay on dry land and spend your life never going to sea. The ocean doesn't care. Furthermore, it won't lovingly welcome you any more than it would or could punish you if you don't treat it right. It's just the ocean, with or without you. It doesn't have a say in whether you're a good or a bad sailor, or whether you put to sea in a tin tub or a luxury yacht. It's your approach to it, to life, that will determine whether you have a good time and get all the goodies you want, or whether you stand on the shore too scared to go for more than a shallow paddle. In other words, whether the law of attraction works for you in your life is not, and never could be, a matter of what you do. It's everything to do with how you are. There are just 3 steps you need to take, and they go like this. 1. Trust the universe. This is like knowing that the sea will keep your vessel afloat, and the law of flotation isn't random either. Step 2 is visualize your outcome. This doesn't mean you need to make pictures in your mind, by the way, because some people can't do that. The pictures don't make it work. It's the way they make you feel. So this is the equivalent to setting your sail so you know which direction your boat is sailing. And step 3, let go. This means letting the wind now take you to where you decided to go, while you sip martinis and relax. And this is the part most people struggle with. We're so conditioned to believing that we must be doing something, whereas in fact the truth is that life is mostly effortless. All you need to do is decide where you want to go and set your sails. Or, to mix my metaphors abysmally, it's time to let go of the rice inside the coconut. The moment you do, you're free. And you know what? There's plenty of rice to be had beyond the coconut. Okay, now where do you go from here? Well, if this video has resonated with you in some way, and I hope it has, then you might like to know that I've created a program which takes you in depth through each of those 3 steps, and it's mainly audio so you can listen on the go too. You can get all the details by going to wizardofwisdom.com/easymanifesting. That's wizardofwisdom.com/easymanifesting, and there'll be a link below this video and probably on this video as well. Sooner or later, you have to let your skepticism about the law of attraction go, or let the law itself go from your life. That's your choice, which is why I've put a 30-day money-back guarantee on my program, and it's called, by the way, The Lazy Person's Guide to Dream Achievement. And it's right there, wizardofwisdom.com/easymanifesting. So, if you found this video helpful, please do 2 things. Give it a like. Oh, and subscribe to my channel, by the way. And 2, if, having watched it, you feel inspired, click the link below to see what's in store for you. wizardofwisdom.com/easymanifesting. And thanks for watching. You're still here? Click the darned link.